Hey gang, GMapper14 here. I'm filming in a new locale. Okay, the same place, but facing the opposite window, so we're going to see if the video quality turns out better or worse today. So thank you for bearing with this test. This is going to be a review of the Kindle 2012. This is the basic Kindle, the $69 one, with special offers. So for $20 more, for $89 I believe it is, you do not have special offers. But since this is such a cheap device, as you'll see in my review, I would not recommend getting rid of special offers unless you just hate advertisements. And if you do, or if you are willing to spend the extra money, I highly recommend you go with the Kindle Paperwhite, which just came out with the new one. So anyways, I'll get to all that in my review. Let's go ahead and get started. Kindle is an awesome device, and up until a few years ago, all of the Kindles were non-touchscreen. So while the Nook came out and other devices were coming out with touchscreen, the Kindle still was behind and only had clickers or the Kindle keyboard, which did not have a touchscreen. So until recently, last year, or the year before actually, they came out with the Kindle Touch. So they still keep a cheap Kindle for non-touch enthusiasts, and as all the touchscreen devices do not have page turn buttons, the non-touchscreen one, the Kindle Basic right here, has the buttons. And as it is not touchscreen, they give you a 5-way directional pad, they give you a menu button, they give you the home button, and they give you the back and keyboard button. Now that's the fun part, the keyboard. I think I would have rather seen, well, this device, and you can also get the Kindle keyboard, which they don't sell anymore, but I would have liked for them to still sell the keyboard because typing on this is a pain. So the only thing I could see you buying this for is if you love reading, nothing else, no extra features, nothing, no note-taking. This is just your throw in the bag, don't really care, just love reading. That's what this is, pure reading. Okay, let's get started. On the outside, on the left and right sides, you will see the clicker buttons for going right here. This is the back button, this is the forward button, and let's see if my awesome camera, yep, there we go, whoops, oh man, let's see, there we go, oh, okay, never mind. Anyways, there's the forward button, there's the back button. On the front, you get those 5, actually, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 9 buttons right here. And on the bottom, you get the power and charging button. On the right, you get the same buttons. On the top, you've got nothing. On the back, you've got 2 inductive chargers for when you put the lighted case on here, which, unlike the Paperwhite, it does not have built-in light. You have to buy a case that has a light stick out and shine on the front, which is not that nice compared to, Anyways. On the back, it is somewhat cheap quality. You have a plastic back. You can hear that. And I felt it's kind of loose. And see, I'm barely touching it. And well, okay, it seems loose to me. And just seems cheap. Like I said, that's what it is. It is a cheap reading device. And the Kindle words painted on there compared to the Paperwhite where it is indented into it. And this just feels very cheap and not good quality. I mean, they say you pay for what you get, and so far that's what this is. Just a reading device if you don't care. It's not that heavy at all, it's very light. And let's get started with the internals of this device. I believe it has 1 gig, so you can hold up to 1,000 books. To turn it on or unlock it, you just press the power button here. There we go, there is a book. High quality screen, beautiful, looks like you're on paper. And it does not even matter, because I mean, like I said, it's just for reading. You're not going to be worrying about special details or anything. On here, it tells you you're 4% done with the book, and it tells you, well, that's all it tells you actually, just 4% done with the book. If you press the menu button, it tells you can go to, sync to the furthest page read, book description, search this book, add bookmark, view notes and marks, view popular highlights, change font size, or shop in the Kindle store. There's all your menu options. And that's after you press the menu button right here. And at the top, you get this kind of clunky-looking bezeled bar that says the title of the book, the time, it says it's on Wi-Fi, and it says your signal, and it gives you the battery right there. So that looks very clunky compared to the Paperwhite, which looks minimalistic and new. They just haven't cared to refresh this since the Kindle keyboard, the interface, and it's not very touch-friendly. The Kindle Touch, actually, when it first came out, was exactly like this, and people complained that the interface was not made for a touch device, which was true. Anyways, let's get to the home screen. You press the home button down here, and it takes you to the home screen. if you pay for no advertisements, this will be gone. But you have page 1 of 1 for your books. I only have a few on here just because this is a test device. Tells you, there's the user guide, there are your books, and it tells you the title of your Kindle. So if you want to go down on your book list, you slide down like so, and it's very fast response. Very quick. Let's go into the Kindle user guide to take a look. Like I said, high quality, looks like paper almost, no glare or anything. Great reading device. To turn pages, you just press like this, and it can turn really fast, so that's good. Great turn speeds. No light, so if you're in a bad lit area, you're not going to be able to see the screen. It just depends on where you are with lighting. If you want to look up a definition, on the touch screen, you would just hold down the word, but on here, you have to slide up. You see this little indicator. We'll go up here, and let's look up menu. You just click over all the way to menu over here, and then at the top, it automatically knows you're trying to look for a definition. It says, here's menu, here's the definition, and if you want to highlight or note, you press the middle button. So we see it's selected, we press the middle button. Then at the top, it gives you the option to start highlight, see the full definition, or create a note. So to create a note, you just press on it, and then you make a note. So check this out. To write, so you type in this, this, and then space is, so you can see it takes a long time to type something, so do not get this if you're going to be typing. We'll cancel out of this since I don't care about this note. Click cancel, save, clear, or cancel. Click cancel. So you can see, and then to highlight, it's easier, of course, because all that involves is you press highlight, and then you just drag down or drag up where you would like to be highlighted, and you highlight it, and it works nice. So the highlighting works great, and this is great for highlighting. If you have an iPad or something, and you buy this as a secondary device, that is a genius idea. This is a great secondary device, or this is a great reading device. And on an iPad, whatever you highlighted, you can just go back on the iPad and say, oh, I highlighted this to look at later, I'll make a note now. You can make it on your iPad, would be way easier, or your Android device, or your computer, or whatever you're reading on. Making notes on this is not good at all. It is very unintuitive, I would say. So hopefully they'll come out with a cheaper touchscreen maybe this year or next year or whenever, or they will just keep with this 5-way directional pad that is not fun at all. So I hope this has been a good walkthrough. Real fast to show you, if you go over to archived items, there's some troubles. Maybe it's just me, but I haven't figured this out. It says I'm on page 1 of 6. If I go down to the very bottom, you would think I'd be able to go to the next page, but when I click down again, it won't let me go to the next page. If I click right, all it does is let me have options for the book I'm currently on. So I still haven't figured out how to get past page 1. So that is a pain. Also, we go back here. I was going to show you, if you press the menu button on the home screen, it lets you rotate the screen. There's experimental options. There's your settings, everything, shop and Kindle. Shopping is okay. I would rather shop on the computer. So this is great as a secondary backup device. So we'll click experimental real fast. I'm going to show you. It gives you the experimental web browser, which, by the way, is useless on here. Look at that. It's cool. It's super cool. You're on such a cheap, minimalist device, and you can use the internet, but not really any use to it, besides a novelty item. So, like I said, you have to type on here, and you have to move around with the directional pad. So, yeah, anyways. This is an amazing device. I love it, and it is well worth the money. But if you don't want advertisements, I would not spend the money to get rid of them. I would have instead bought the Kindle Paperwhite, which I love. It is an amazing, amazing device, and has X-ray, which this does not have X-ray. This lacks some of the features that the newer Kindle Paperwhite has. So please check out my comparison between the Paperwhite and this device. The comparison is the 2012 Paperwhite with this 2012 Kindle Basic, but remember that the new Paperwhite is the exact same thing as the old one, so in a comparison with this and that, you really won't see a difference. So if you're interested in the new Paperwhite over this, go ahead and check out that comparison on my channel. Also, I would recommend a Nook over this even, because the Nook has, touchscreen capabilities, and in the long run, if you have an Amazon ecosystem, or if you have an iPad and you read Kindles on it, and you just want to throw in the bag extra backup reader, great for amazing battery life and everything else, go for it. This is amazing. But in the long run, I highly recommend the Paperwhite. So check out my review of the Kindle Paperwhite on my channel as well, the newest one I just got. Such a beautiful and amazing device. Amazon does really good with their Kindles, and I'm impressed with this one, even though it's a cheaper device. So, like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and tell me how the camera quality was. I love getting input and reviews from my community. So, thank you guys. Hope you have a great day, and enjoy your Kindle.